Something you talked about is the fact that the city could bring out the money by August 25th. How important is, when you talk about you guys working aggressive to find that 75 million?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, we even know, I think one of the points I made was that the city was going to run out of money in November. So this is not something that is a surprise to anybody. Obviously, we thought we would go get the money that from the State Bond Commission against our own funding, not against anything that comes from the state, but our own funding. And look, in the middle of all of this, I knew that we would have to look at a backup plan, and we just discussed what that backup plan was today.
And as far as the frustration, you guys are talking about you're finding all these accounts, tens more. Can we talk, do you believe there are even more accounts where you guys are still going to find more money that the city could have in the bank, but it just wasn't ever thought to?
I hate to say that I think the answer is yes, but the answer is likely yes. And it's only because it's happened so many times. If it happens one time, you say, well, okay, this is one time thing. But if it happens repeatedly, then you know that becomes a cycle. And so it's both about now how do we solve going forward and fix it to make sure it doesn't happen.
Some of the potential sources for more funding that you guys talked about, one was funding that the Sewage and Water Board owes the city, and you mentioned that you're asking for 20 million of that. Can you go over again what you said about the news you found out this morning?
Sure, that 4.4 million of that the Sewage and Water Board has sent to the city. So now we're a little less than 16 million that the Sewage and Water Board owes for the end of the year. That's a real shot in the arm, and obviously we hope that it continues between now and the end of the year.
You also,
There's also been a number of projects that have to be introduced later this year in order to make up the budget. I mean, how would you tell the residents who are making them wait on some of those improvement plans have to be wait another year?
Look, I know how tough it is. It's a point council being raised today, and my response to that would be, this is very difficult. And right now, we have choices that we have to make, and unfortunately, in government, frequently you have to decide between what's a bad choice and what's a worse choice. And in our view, the worst choice is making sure trash isn't picked up, making sure that light isn't knocked down, not having payroll made. And so part of that, unfortunately, requires deferral. The other point, though, I did make too is of the projects that are being delayed, it's 7% of the total projects. So 93% all going forward. And I know there's a little comfort if you're part of the 7%, but the overall majority are still moving